Orange chicken is, I think, my soulmate.
When did I become such a blackie?
Rain and petals eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
You are a disrespectful piece of...
Hey Corals, welcome to another Amberlynn video. Just letting you know, I know that this video I'm reacting to currently was posted like 2 months ago. What I'm trying to do is, throughout the time I've been taking a break or that I've been gone, I want to react to some of the controversial situations in between so that I can catch up to the absolute shit show that is happening right now. So just letting you know, I am fully aware that that's happening. I know I'm so far behind. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm getting there, and I am hoping to make like a recap video over everything just so that I can get it completely out of the way. There is so much going on in Girl World right now. I don't even know if I'm fully caught up, and I've been watching everything. So I know that that mess is happening. Let's jump back to this so that we can catch up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. There's a Discord server for this channel linked in the description and pinned comment if you want to come chat or hang out. Feel free to leave me a comment with your thoughts or feedback below. I respond to all of you, and I love hearing from all of you. Thank you, and let's get into the video.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today I have an appointment to get a CT scan.
Sorry, forgot to mention, the videos previous to this that I haven't reacted to, basically she was just talking about getting on Ozempic and then being all mysterious about some health issue that she's having, which is what she talks about in this video. I'm kind of trying to pick the main video that each of these situations surrounds, just so that I can react to one video to get that controversy out of the way, if that makes sense.
I want to explain kind of what's been happening, but I feel like I need to do just a real quick backstory of when I was diagnosed with uterine cancer. So I get asked a lot, like, what was my biggest symptom of that? It was the fact that I bled for over 2 years. I never went to a gyno, because I did go to the ER a couple times. I did see an actual doctor a couple times. And every single time I'd go, they would say, yeah, this isn't normal, but people your size have really weird and irregular periods. And I was diagnosed with a UTI multiple times. So all of that.
So basically blames it on the doctors, even though she didn't go to an actual specialist to see what's up when she knew something was wrong. By the way, she also blames Beck for this situation because supposedly Beck didn't encourage her to go see doctors, even though the situation was serious. But Amber also didn't do anything, so I don't know how that's all Beck's fault.
That fed into my delusion, and it made it to where, like, the fear of going to a gynecologist was a lot stronger than me actually going. Long story short, I did have uterine cancer. I ended up getting a full hysterectomy, so I no longer have a menstrual cycle, so I don't bleed from down yonder. So if I ever notice blood from down yonder, something is wrong. So it was a little over 2 weeks ago, I went pee and I noticed there was blood in my pee. This is very hard for me to talk about. I have cried a lot about this whole thing because I am scared. When I first saw it,
I don't even know what to say. I'm not surprised whatsoever, and I don't think she should be either. She hasn't cared for herself properly after that surgery and hasn't gone to the proper checkups or anything, so I don't know why this is so shocking to her. Just absolutely preventable, something she should have been keeping up with, and it's her fault.
I had so many memories flashback. Like, it was straight up as if I was back in that uterine cancer journey. Like, it hit me like this and I broke down. So after I calmed down a little bit,
I want to feel bad because, like, scary ass situation, obviously she's going to be panicking and freaking out, and people feeling that way in general is just bad. But at the same time, fully her fault. Didn't do anything properly like she was supposed to. She never does. She doesn't like listening to anyone else but herself. I have no sympathy for her in this situation. I was gonna say I hope it's not cancer. I already know this situation where it's going because it's been 2 months. Trust me, I'm a little bit caught up. Again, we're just kind of reacting just to cover these situations. So I guess to cover this situation in one video, she didn't end up having cancer. There were issues with getting her into the CT machine because she was too big. All that good stuff. So let's just continue reacting.
I realized, okay, you know what? This could be just a UTI. I ended up talking to my closest friends who have had UTIs, and I was like, what were you guys' symptoms? Like, I was scared, obviously. And of course I went onto the Google And everywhere and everyone was like, yeah, you know, a little bit of blood in your urine.
She does everything possible to avoid having to go to the doctor or to see a specialist. And I don't know why. I don't know if she just thinks she knows better. I can understand having a fear of the medical field. There are things that have gone on in the medical field that are scary. She's going to talk about bigger people and how they're dealt with in a bit. I just feel like either way, going to the doctor is going to end up being better for her in the long run, because even if it is a UTI or whatever she's trying to look up to make herself have the symptoms that she wants to align with something that she wants it to be, even if it does align, what is she about to do about it? Just go to a doctor.
And totally normal for a UTI, but like I was having no other symptoms. Like I had no pain, nothing. So I immediately knew, okay, I need to go to a doctor. Let's get this tested. Let's get put on some antibiotics, get this figured out. So I called around to a couple doctors, and one of them was like, we don't have an appointment open until next year. I was like, did I hear you wrong? Nope, didn't hear them wrong. Literally next year. With new patients, it's very different, which I don't understand like the concept. Like there's only certain spots open for like new patients versus like doctors who have seen the same patient over and over.
It actually is really crazy trying to get into doctors and stuff right now. I will say that. Even for my dentist, I've had struggles with my teeth all my life, and so I have a couple bad teeth right now. It takes them months to get patients in, even patients that have been seeing them for years. I can't imagine how hard it is for new patients to get in right now. So, can't agree with her there. It's crazy.
Understand it. I'm not meant to. Long story short, every doctor that I called, they were like, yeah, you can be seen in a couple months from now. Like there was none that was like urgent, and this felt urgent to me. I am a woman that has blood in her pee after having uterine cancer and a full hysterectomy 4 years ago.
Okay, don't act all concerned about it now. You had a hysterectomy and then got no checkups whatsoever after that. Don't act like you're suddenly so concerned that you had a hysterectomy and that you're now having symptoms. You should have been doing the checkups and everything else that you were advised to do, and you haven't done any of it. I don't know why she's being so dramatic about it now, like she should have priority over anyone else when she was a priority patient and didn't take any of the advice of her doctors to go get checkups afterwards. Calm down, girl. No one knows your situation. They're not about to make exceptions for you just because. There are probably people in worse situations than she is that have been going and getting their checkups like they're supposed to and still aren't able to get in for months. She's not special.
Like that felt urgent to me. So since I wasn't able to make a doctor's appointment, I did go to immediate care. They took my urine sample and I had no bacteria in it. I have no UTI. It shows no signs of anything. So I explained to them, I did move to Oklahoma in October. I have not gotten a doctor yet. I did not make that a priority for myself, and I should have. I understand that. So immediate.
Does she understand that? Because a therapist was also supposed to be a priority, and she hasn't mentioned going to a therapist even once. Saying the right things absolutely does not commit to the right things. Literally a week after she moved there, she's like, okay guys, I'm gonna prioritize getting a doctor, getting a therapist, getting all of this shit ready, and then she does absolutely none of it and then wonders why she's in a shit situation later. It's the same cycle repeating. Are we understanding why we call this the Amberlynn Reid cycle? Because it happens every fucking time. Idiot.
Care gave me a card for a doctor that probably would be willing to see me soon. So I was like, okay. So I ended up going home, calling, making an appointment, and I did see that doctor. I took another urine test, and again, it came back with no bacteria, nothing wrong, like no UTI, and that's when the topic of cancer came up. And the only way for them to see if it is cancer is if I get a CT scan, which is what I'm going to do today. Obviously, there's also a chance that it's literally just kidney stones. I have had kidney stones in the past, but normally when I've had kidney stones, I did have pain. So the CT scan is actually going to be looking at my pelvis and my abdomen. So the doctor did tell me, I'm going to put you on some antibiotics because you could have an infection.
Also, again, about the CT scan, there was a whole controversy, whatever, about her not being able to fit in the machine and possibly lying about being able to fit in the machine. I'm not super worried about it. I just kind of wanted to cover the cancer situation in one video.
Our urine test just is not picking up. So that is the reason why I'm on antibiotics. I'm terrified, to say the least. I have broke down a lot because of this, and I actively feel myself disassociating. Right now, I just feel numb. I feel completely numb, and I know that if I wasn't in this like numb space, then I would be bawling my eyes out right now. But I think I feel safer in this weird disassociative area because when
she always feels safer in her own La La Delulu land. She convinces herself so strongly of something that she just disassociates into her own world and then doesn't do anything properly like she's supposed to do. So this has always been her problem. She's just doing it again. Nothing new.
I'm like breaking down about something that I'm extremely worried about and something that I don't know the answers to and that I currently can't control. I feel unaware of my surroundings really. And I think right now I just need to be strong. I need to go through the motions of what I need to do to figure out what this issue is so I can get it resolved, so I can figure out a solution. I still
No shit.
remember sitting there in immediate care and them coming back and telling me it was not a UTI because I really believed that it was. And when they told me that it wasn't, again, it was just like flashback after flashback after flashback. I just kept going back and forth like, do I want to tell you guys about this? Like, I'm embarrassed and I'm ashamed, but it's also like there are things that your body does that you are not in control over. And
Girl, you've had years to go get your checkups to make sure you're good to go after a hysterectomy, a very important, massive surgery to have, and you haven't done any of that. You were in control of this situation for years. All you had to do was go do your checkups and follow the advice of your doctors, and you haven't done any of it. So it's not just your body doing something quirky. This is something you were in control of. Or even if you weren't fully in control of it, you still could have gotten ahead of it and known what's going on in your own body.
I know a lot of people are like, this happened to you because your weight. This is your weight's fault. This is your weight's fault.
Nobody is saying that. It's not fully your weight's fault. It is your fault, however, for not doing what you're supposed to be doing. She's about to go more into the weight stuff. It's just so frustrating because she's the only one that ever brings up weight in these situations. That's not even what people are talking about anymore. She's just dumb. That's the only way I can say it. She doesn't do anything the way she's supposed to be doing it, and then wonders why bad shit's happening. It's not your weight, it's you being dumb.
Not everything is because of my size and because of my weight. So it's hard to come on here and feel like a normal human because I get so much like, this is
Normal humans are going to go to their checkups. They're going to make sure everything is okay after a major surgery. You're not a normal human. You ignored all of that and haven't done any of that like you were supposed to.
your fault. This is your fault. Sometimes it's just literally not my fault. I have fully taken the responsibility of me getting uterine cancer to begin with. Like, that is completely my fault. I have had health professionals tell me, no, it isn't your fault. But it's like when you look at it and you figure out, you know, why did I get this? It is my fault. And
So she's gonna blame it on herself for the first time of getting uterine cancer, which honestly, not as big of her fault as she probably thinks it is. That shit happens. Yes, it was partially due to her size, which is her fault. But she's not going to take accountability or responsibility for the second time of possibly getting cancer after she didn't go to any of the checkups she was supposed to after a major surgery. That's not her fault. If anything, she's even more at fault this time than she was the first time. What is she on about?
I would have never gotten it if it wasn't for my size. And that's something that I hold on to all the time. The guilt that I feel about that is powerful. I can't blame everything on my size because not everything is my size's fault. Looking at bigger people and
It's not your size's fault. It's you being stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Go to your checkups. Go see a doctor. God, it's infuriating.
dismissing them constantly for whatever reason, it's because of their weight, it isn't fair, and it is in a way dehumanizing. But I'm not ignorant, I'm not unaware of the fact that like being larger does cause a lot of health problems. It truly does. That is why I've never been health at every size. I don't believe that you can be this size and be healthy, but I do believe that bigger people.
She did actually believe that at one point, going to a doctor and then coming online and hopefully lying, because if she actually had a doctor that said this, then that's insane, but said that her doctor said that, yes, you are obese, but you are healthy. She did believe in health at every size at one point.
Such as myself, we do experience illnesses or sicknesses that isn't directly caused by our weight. So hopefully that makes sense. And that was like a big reason why like I didn't want to come on here and talk about this, because so many people dismiss me and the things that I go through just automatically, like whether it's health stuff, mental health stuff, just
She's just making up her own situation that people aren't even playing into. No one has said anything about her weight regarding this situation. It's not her weight's fault, it is her fault. She just makes up this situation of what her viewers are supposedly saying to basically demonize us and make herself a victim. No one's saying what you're saying we're saying.
Like day-to-day life stuff, I'm just like constantly dismissed and judged because of my size. Like it goes on to like simple things like Amberlynn doesn't shower because of her size, or Amberlynn doesn't walk her dog because of her size, or Amberlynn doesn't clean her house because of her size. Like
No, it's not because of her size. It's because she's lazy. She doesn't trim her dog's nails properly, which is abuse, probably in pain all the time. She doesn't walk her dog because she's lazy. She doesn't feel like it. She doesn't shower because, again, she doesn't feel like it. These things aren't because of her size. It's because she's lazy. It's kind of hilarious how she's saying that these things aren't because of her size, which just means that she's not using her size as an excuse. She's just straight up not a good person. Thanks, Amber. That's what we've been saying this whole time. She's basically just supporting our point.
Never given any indication. Yes, 4 years ago, for sure. 2019. Wait, that's literally 5 years now. 2019, 5 years ago, yes. Like, those things were close to virtually impossible for me at the time. Then, like, I have shown my growth. I have shown myself walking Twinkie. We have walked a mile together multiple times. I recorded a couple times. I talk about my showering. I talk about my cleaning. I talk about all these things. I've shown myself doing these things. And just because of my size, people assume that I can't do these things. And that's just really unfair.
I feel like I'm having to repeat myself at this point. We don't assume that it's because of her size. It's because she's lazy. She's not a good person. She doesn't take care of her poor pets. And all we can do is hope that she showers and cleans, because we know that for a few years she didn't shower.
I don't want this video to be about my weight or my size, but I think that's something that's just like really, truly heavy on my mind and in my heart right now. Because no matter what I talk about, it could literally be anything, no matter what I talk about on this channel, somehow the reaction I receive is always weight-based. It's always about...
It's not! She's the only one bringing up weight. Is she for real right now? Is she serious? She makes herself out to be such a victim by bringing up the topic and then not expecting anyone to talk about it.
Size. I do talk about my weight a lot on this channel. I'm about to start a new Ozempic journey. That's something that I'm always going to talk about, but that doesn't mean that every single thing that I do in my life is directly a cause of my size. I want to be a person with so many things about them, and one of them just being that I'm super morbidly obese. But instead, I feel like the internet makes me...
Nah. You're a person that has abused all of your exes, your pets, your family, that has lied about many situations to make yourself out to be a victim so that people give you sympathy. You have lied about your exes, accused them of doing things that they never did, and they've accused you back. You are a person that happens to be morbidly obese, that also happens to be a horrible human being. That's not about your weight. That is all your personality. She wants us to see past her weight, but then gets angry when we call her out for her awful personality. Which is it, Amber? Are we talking about your weight, or are we talking about the awful shit you've been doing? Because all you keep doing is awful shit. I don't know what she expects us to talk about. I'm not about to praise her for going to Walmart and buying more decorations. Is that what she wants us to talk about? Because that's all she's been doing lately. What is she expecting from us?
Just a super morbidly obese person with nothing else about her. I'm only ever seen for my size. I don't think anybody should ever be just seen because of how they look. I will forever be more than someone who is 500 pounds. Things happen to me not because of my size, but because I'm simply human. And we all are. And we need to learn how to respect each other and stop invalidating and dismissing what people are going through.
Are you serious? Respect? Has she seen the shit show that she has gotten herself into because of how disrespectful she is to everyone? She's preaching something that she cannot preach about because she doesn't even listen to her own words. She's the most disrespectful person I know. That is why I talk about her. She is such a hypocrite. It just makes me so angry. Like, I know it's a person online. I don't personally know her, but I guess it's because Amber almost embodies everyone like this. There are so many Ambers out there, and she just happens to be so prominent. Everyone knows about her. We can talk on it. I just can't believe people like this exist.
My God, I feel like I could ramble on forever. I don't know where this video, completely took a turn. I don't know where it went. Long story short, I'm about to go to a CT scan. I'm about to start a vlog for you guys. I knew this was going to be long-winded, so I wanted it to be its own like separate thing. And I just want to end this video with, I get it, I'm fat, I know, and it has caused me a lot of issues in my life. But instead of assuming that whatever I'm going through is because of my size, let's like figure out what the issue is first, and then we can figure
It's not because of her size, it's because she didn't go get the checkups that she was supposed to.
that out. I'm sorry for like that little mini rant. I guess it really was just bothering me. I know my words probably aren't gonna matter so much. They usually don't, but I think it just feels better that it's off of my chest. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Her words don't matter because she doesn't believe anything she's saying. She absolutely goes against everything she's saying. There is no reason to ever listen or follow the advice that comes out of Amberlynn Reid's mouth. Never, ever, ever, ever. I think I'm gonna end my video here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry for being gone for so long. Again, life gets chaotic. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. There's a Discord server linked in the description and pinned comment if you want to come chat or hang out. Feel free to leave me a comment with your thoughts or feedback below. I respond to all of you, and I love hearing from all of you. I hope you have a great day. Bye!